Hi, welcome to Everything Embedded. In this video, I want to talk about how to add users and groups and also modify the root password, the default password or the blank password, whatever is generated automatically by Yocto if you are creating an embedded Linux image using Yocto. So what are the steps which we have to do and where should we be doing these steps in order for you to add some in order for that you get some groups as well as also modify the root account password and also add a new user to your generated embedded Linux image. So what do we have to do? Okay, so let's get started. So I have installed Pokey in my opt folder. If but Before I continue, I would like to say please make sure to watch my previous videos which are related to embedded Linux and Yocto. Otherwise this video won't make much sense really. So I'm assuming you have seen all my previous videos which are related to embedded Linux, and then this one should be a piece of cake. Okay, so let's get started. So I'll go to the opt folder. I have Yocto here, Pokey, and I have own meta layer called as meta pyclock, and inside that is a folder called images, and this contains the definition of the image in my case. So what exactly have I done here? So I'll just minimize this, get it out of the way. So let me bring this window side here. Yeah, okay. So first thing first is you have to make sure that you inherit your image from extra users. This is the Yocto class which you should be inheriting from, and this allows you to add new users or groups to the image which will be generated. And this is what we do here, inherit from extra users. And I have defined two variables. The first one contains the password for the root, the new password which I would be changing, and another one contains the variable it's a variable which contains the password for the new user which I am planning to add. And the new user, okay, so what, and there is a variable called as extra users param. This is what is needed by extra users class. So you'll have to populate this variable. This is what it should contain. So the first line here is user mod. So we use the command user mod and we change the password, which stands for modify a user. So what we are telling is modify the user with the following password -p option, and you give the password which we have defined here in the variable here and the username. So I'm saying change the password of the root to this new password. But remember, since the password expected is to be in an encrypted form, you can't when you give a -p option, it needs the password in an encrypted form. So we use OpenSSL command in order for the password which will be used here, which will be encrypted. So make sure to use OpenSSL here. So this is how we modify a user and give the new password. The second option now, if you want to add a new user as well as also set its password as well. So we use the command user add, and we provide again the same option, OpenSSL password and the password which I have kept here, dev pass, and the name of the new user. In my case, it is developer. So this is how we add a new user called as developer to the system. And the third command is how to add a group. So it's simple, just say call group add and the name of the group. So in my case, I am adding a group called as developers via group add command. And finally, how to add the new user to the new group. So we call a method called as user add, but this time we are passing in -g, which stands for add this to the group. So we give the name of the group, which is developers, and the name of the new user, which is developer. Hopefully this should make sense really. So if you go step by step, I think this should be quite easy to follow. So in the first one, we are modifying the user, we are modifying the root password. Second one, we are adding a new user. Third one, we are adding a new group. Fourth one, we are adding the new user to the group. This is an embedded Linux beginner video. If you are already an expert, you don't need to know all this. You already know all these things. But yeah, this is how we do it in the beginning. I mean, so if after this, if you run the bitbake command, it should generate an embedded Linux image with with the root password correctly set to this, and also the new user account called as developer. Thank you for watching this extremely short video, but I thought this is very useful and how to do such things. In the next video, I might cover how to add a sudo option to your embedded Linux image, which is, these things are very helpful, especially during the build phase or especially during the debug phase when you're trying to do various stuff. So this can be very useful, but I'll try to cover that in the next video. So again, thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you shortly in the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.